you guys. So with the holidays just around the corner, I want to teach you 3 easy ways to style your hair. So as you know, we got the Thanksgiving, we got all the either birthday parties or work holiday parties coming up, and why not just change things up a little bit, spice things up. So I want to stick with just 3 easy styles for you to do. I challenge you to try it at home before you actually have the event, so that way the day of you're not stressing out on details as far as doing the hair. So I'm going to start with the basic, which is just curling my hair, and I want to do it on myself versus doing it on someone else, so you guys know and get a more of a visual of how the angle of the curling iron should be to make things fast. So this after so many practice, it should take you maybe like 5 minutes. I'm gonna go a little bit slower to it today, just so you guys get to see some of the details. Okay, feel free to comment and let me know if you have any questions, because sometimes me being as a professional, I don't see or I don't come across with the same problems that you do. Okay, so I washed my hair and prep my hair with these two. I love the combination of these two for different reasons. We got the Liquid Spell. You see it right there. It's one of our new products under the Davines family line. I love it for any texture, so you can never go wrong with this one. And what it does is going to smooth down the hair, so less frizziness for you to deal with, but also is going to give me, it gives me this nice lift or volume. If you want more texture, then you can tap into doing texture sprays and or powders. But right now, like I said, we want to keep it kind of nice and clean, because the intention is to just curl my hair, and that's all I'm doing on this section. Also, I use a little bit of Silkening oil mist. It's under as well the Davines line, but under the Your Hair Assistant line. This one is basically a step down from our typical oil line. It's slightly less heavy, not that the other one is too heavy, but this one is perfect if you're going to blow dry your hair and you want that bounce. And I can tell you this is after 2 days, so it's still very nice and bouncy. It's not oily or anything like that. So keep it simple. 2 products to prep the hair. It is really important to prep your hair before you do any of the updos or styling. Okay, so as you can see, I'm gonna play with having my side part. Controlling the hair, it's really important, so that way you're not freaking out or you missed a piece in the back, which had happened to me. So as you can see, I'm just sectioning this top section over here, because I want to focus on the bottom. So little top knot or whatever, having clips for me is easier than having a hairband. So now I'm just dealing with this random cut over here. It's just my underneath cut that I did a long time ago. Anyways, we're doing vertical sections all the way around. As you can see, I split my hair in half so I can bring everything forward. So I'm gonna start right here. We're gonna do a vertical sectioning. I'm almost grabbing the whole piece or the whole section that is in front of my ear, as you can see. Again, it's not a lot of hair to curl with. A lot of us don't have that much hair or thickness around it, but so it is totally safe to grab that big of a piece. Okay, so I don't know if you guys paid attention on how I curl, but I'm gonna show you one more time. I'm actually just gonna grab this whole chunk. Okay, again, this is just to either prep the hair to then eventually do an updo. So my intention for today is to have this nice waviness on the front, but in the back I want just my ends to be slightly curl. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure that the curling iron is standing up. Okay, so you see this clamp over here. The clamp needs to be face up if you want to curl away from your face, which is what I typically recommend to you guys. If you make sure that the clamp is facing forward, the tool itself is not going to allow you to curl towards your face, which is what we're trying to avoid. So just quickly tip, remember that this piece over here facing forward. Okay, so it is facing forward. All right, we're going to hold the hair halfway there. Again, I'm just trying to curl my ends, and I'm going to wrap it for about like a 360 turn. And I'm sliding it down a little bit So if you have a lot of layers, you know, you do want to slide slowly so you can catch those layers, okay? So as you can see, I keep twisting it, curling it around until I reach my ends. A lot of people like to curl the ends first and then the top, but what happens is that over time your ends get too dry, and you'll see a lot of the damage. So as you can see, I started mid-shaft or mid-section, and then I work my way down. The key here is not to touch it, let it cool down, because the more you touch it, the more you're stretching that curl, which it's a big aha, you know, for a lot of people, because they, you know, I have clients they constantly say that their hair is not holding or whatnot. So definitely prepping the hair before and not touching your curls is a simple way to ensure that your curls are holding. So again, I took that vertical section just in front of my ear, and then I'm grabbing this tool. It's facing forward, standing up, I'm curling away, 360 turn. Okay, like so. I'm about to catch those ends. And if you don't know for how long to leave your tool in, I like to count to 10. That's kind of like a standard. The heat of the tool, it's full, but that's because I'm working fast. So if you have never done this before, you do want to maybe not have it a full heat, because you don't want to burn yourself either, okay? All right, so that's just for the bottom section, you know, total 4 curls. Now I'm gonna bring everything down. Again, I have that side part, so I'm gonna bring this part forward. Again, I did a quick split in the back, so I can bring all the hair forward. Make sure you grab everything that needs to be pulled forward. So I'm gonna start in the back. Okay, I'm gonna grab that section. Tool is standing up, the clamp is facing forward, and so it is important for you to figure out what's more comfortable as far as holding that tool. For me, this works, where I just put my right hand on top and just like so. Some people, they just like it here, you know, it really depends, you know, but you want to make sure that it's whatever you're doing is comfortable for your shoulders, okay? Now I'm just gonna grab that whole piece again, tool standing up. If you want more of that curliness on the front, like on these sections over here, just pre-section that little, you know, corner or triangle. We always kind of work on shapes, and you then want to just curl that little section so you can bring that curl back up. But I typically just kind of tuck it behind my ear, so that's the reason why I'm not doing that. Again, I'm not touching it, I'm just letting it cool down, okay? Now I have this other section right here. Obviously I got more hair on this side to curl because of the side part, but as long as you're working on vertical sections, you can grab enough hair and make this whole thing go by fast. Now I have a lot of moms that will say, hey, I don't have time to do my hair and all that. Well, let me tell you, I got 3 little kids at home, and my routine, I'll just share my routine with you guys. When I wash my hair, you know, make sure I blow dry it at least 80%, you know. Let's say I'm in a rush or it's too late, because I'll wash my hair at night, and then in the following morning I will then, you know, add a little bit of heat protectant and then do all this again. Practice, it's the key of all of this. So it would take me a quick 5 minutes, but you know, it's 5 minutes that even if it takes you double, let's say it takes you 10 minutes, you're still, you know, it's 10 minutes of a style that you can keep until you wash your hair. So if you wash your hair every other day, or if you know, every third day or whatever, this type of curl should stay for a while. So view it that way, like you're just dedicating 10 minutes for yourself, for your hair to look at point. It might not be as tight as the first day, but it will definitely end up looking like a blowout, I would say. If you don't know what to do at night to preserve the curl, one of my tricks is just doing a high bun and using bobby pins to pin and reshape that curl. But yeah, I feel like it should not be an excuse in a way. If you want your hair to look a certain way, just make it happen, you know. And like I said, I do it in the morning, but it's totally doable if you do it at night too, if that's, you know, the time that you have. Okay, so as you can see, I keep working around the curve of the head. I keep doing those vertical sections. You know, I curl mid-shaft, working my way down. This is a great way to also know if that curl or that hair is warmed up. You know, I'm just touching it. Obviously, make sure you're not touching the barrel because it's hot. So by me rolling the barrel down and bringing it back up is ensuring that the curl starts up here, not down here, because that's another common problem we have. Okay. So, feels really nice and warm. Most of the time, if the top is already warm, the ends are most likely ready too. And that's because a lot of our ends, they're you know, a little more porous. They've been exposed to different you know, pollution and whatnot, and so they don't need as much heat as your mid shaft does. Okay, so like I said, this piece over here, I am bringing it a little bit higher so I have more of a sort of a finger wave. There we go. I'm growing out my bangs, or I think I have bangs, I don't know. Probably hair loss from having kids, but anyway, so you can see, sometimes it is hard to see the detail because my hair is dark, but if you had, you know, if you have highlights, which that's another thing, whenever I get asked on, you know, for updos and weddings, they say, oh, but this person, you know, you can totally see her gray, you can totally see this and that. Well, that's because they have the blonde and the lowlights in there, which are the key for these updos. I don't, and the light is making my hair look darker too. Anyways, you let it cool down, okay? If you feel like your hair is super silky, I would recommend just using a hairspray like this one. This one is one of my favorites. This is it's called, this is an extra strong hairspray. So just a light mist, especially if you're going to an event. It's best if you set the hair, you curl it, and put some hairspray just to ensure that the curl stays there. Or like I was saying, if you're trying to style your hair so your curls stay for a while, you know, products are the key. Right, so now most of it is cooled down. I'm going to use this white tooth comb, or you can use a comb, any comb really that has a white tooth, and I'm just going to comb it out. Definitely don't use the finest part of the comb, just because you want, you know, you just want to relax the curl. You don't want to make it, you don't want to, you know, stretch it out too much. I think I missed a piece. So you see, it happens. Alright, let me finish this one up. Feels like it's belonging, it belongs right there, which means I just have to curl the ends. Okay. Now, if you have a little bit of a flyaways, you know, putting a little bit of a cream, one of my favorites is this one, the Invisible Serum. You just put a little bit, like very little. You run it between your fingers, and then, you know, you can either paste your bangs to go in the direction you want to, or take care of any flyaways, or even like these pieces, they tend to get a little bit messy. All right. I'm also running the product, whatever's left on my hands, I'm running it through my ends. This one is going to add some shine as well. But yeah, what do you guys think? So, you know, if you're going to a wedding, or even this is a typical updo or a style that brides will ask, you can always put something here, you know, like a little headpiece. You can comb or tease the top if you want a little more height, like so. okay? Or even simply putting a little bobby pin right there to ensure that the hair stays behind your ear, maybe like a pretty earrings, you know. I think it will make the whole look feel a little more complete. Yeah, what do you guys think?